Yo, what is up, everybody? Thank you, everybody, for joining. I'm going to give it a moment to go ahead and let everybody join. And I'm going to go ahead and retweet this. I'm live. Oh, I should probably do this a little better. I hope y'all are good. Give me just a moment. There we go. Alright, just gonna give it a minute or two. Oh, look, Bitcoin's doing a little something. We did it, we tried yesterday, and then this was the result of yesterday. Will we do it? Will we go for it? Let's check the macro. I mean, we haven't lost the 20 SMA yet, so no reason to think it won't. But once it loses that and this support test fails, see you later. But we'll get into that in just a moment. Just waiting for a few people to hop on. Let me check options over at Deribit if anybody was interested. Some of these suckers, like these 12K ones, moving from 0.03 lows all the way up to 0.05, not bad, and then keeps ranging. We gotta see what this is, like head, shoulders type thing. Recent trades. Alright, I think we have enough people. So, hello. Let's do Bitcoin real quick. Yeah, so this is pretty much what everybody's watching. I'm in a short position. Initially, kind of shouldn't have went short here. That was my bad. I got filled over here, I got filled over here. We do have one last big size bid up here, if price even goes up there. If we do go up there, I think it's going to be a wick and we're going to come right back down. So, I mean, there's not really too much to this one right now. If we can break back up this way, I think it'll be a wick. If we go underneath here and we start closing poorly underneath probably 9,000, I would say it's pretty much over at that point. So anything back into this green box or red line, I'm in a good amount of profit and I'm happy with it. Any breakdown further than that, then GG. That's great. If I was going to look at a target lower than that, it would have to be the 70, this range. Whatever this whole little box is, I can pick any kind of number in between that area. Because I think it'll break past these wicks or land right around there if it was gonna. But I don't think these wicks will hold if it comes down. But yeah, I mean, trend is still upwards. So I am a little nervous, but I am playing altcoins just to compensate for the fact that I'm not longing Bitcoin directly. That's one of my biggest things here. I could go long on Bitcoin, but my whole thing with Bitcoin is, at this point, at these levels, since I think it's not going to be breaking any sort of higher high, why would I bet my money on something for the upside when I think it's more likely in my book that I think there'll be more sort of a flash down instead of a flash up? Even if there is a flash up, I mean, I have my liquidation to where I'm not getting liquidated. Like, I highly doubt we're going to have any sort of pump past 12K. That would be ridiculous. I mean, it's possible, but I highly doubt it. So with that in mind, that's why I have a Bitcoin short. Anything upwards will go ahead and fill me on even bigger of a position. That's how I played this one. I started off with low sizing over here. Just was kind of seeing what was going to happen over here. I didn't want to stop myself out, so I went ahead and decided, hey, I'm going to go ahead and build a short position. So had a size over here, bigger size over here, and then it's a gigantic size over there if it gets filled. So I'm in profit at the point this one hit over here. At this point, I just want to make sure I'd love to be in profit on these. That'd be great. But I'll make money by the time this hits the red line to enough to where it's compensated for that one, just because the position sizing was smaller. If that gets filled and it comes back down, then yeah. Hey, don't worry about me. What's up? And restream people. Look, I have this up. Let me see if I can see everybody. Yo, LaRousse, what's up, man? Dude, I gotta join your Discord more when you guys are in voice. I'm gonna look at Tesla over here too for Monday. Look at Tesla. Right on the top of the range. I think it's gonna break through. Lots of calls coming through for a lot of people betting on 1,000. So I'm gonna have to be bullish on there. Let me check a few altcoins. There's New that I'm watching. If we can see New get over this 53 level, I think this will do good. Basically, I'm watching for this to break out, see if it goes through. We already had 2 attempts at it. They failed. Seeing if the 3rd time's the charm. Seal, this bad boy keeps running. I probably should exit and take profit very, very soon, but this one has been doing really, really nice. Just basically been playing this buy zone over here. It held down pretty nicely last time. Never broke down underneath this diagonal, so that was pretty a nice one for me. So we're gonna go ahead and see if Seal has more into it, and it keeps riding on up. Oh, dude, Lord of Chickens, thank you for the Twitch Prime subscribe, dude. You're the man. I'm gonna have to shout you out somewhere over here. I think I have this Chad box. Let me see if I can do a little one for you. Test widgets. Oh, it doesn't come up. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Dude, you're the Chad of all the followers. But it says A-Stack subscribed. But it was really you. ETHUSD. A little concerning here with ETHUSD. So we have, dude, emotes. I actually have a buddy that's going to help me out with all that stuff and help me set up, like, my whole entire Twitch. I tried to do it myself, but I was kind of messing up there. So here it is with ETH. Basically, this is support line. If we can go ahead and keep riding this trend up, then this will break out and we'll keep the support line. It'll flip to 20 SMA, and we'll look at targets around like 240. If at any moment this breaks, I think you're probably going to see 190. I'd be aiming for 190 if this triangle breaks, and then most likely further. The reason I'm saying 190 is because the level I'm looking at 190 I'll draw is based off of this drop over here. Raise that up a little bit. Okay, so that is right before it dropped over there on that wick. A little bounce type of area over here before it took off. Little support area again before it dumped again further, and back over here where it's not exactly it's almost to the base of this candle. So the wick of the candle would be the point where, hey, right over here where I'd be like, all right, well, if this absolutely cannot hold this area and we're already bad looking on this price action where we're going to go ahead and extend that diagonal and it still refuses to break out, I think it'll just come down. Because if you look at this one right over here, looks just like, all right, it's not. What Bitcoin's doing. So, just on a different time frame, on ETH, this one looks like this. BTC USD. What am I doing? Okay, that's how I think it'll end up going with ETH USD for right now, because you really need momentum on, even if you think ETH is leading, you can't ignore that Bitcoin's still, I mean, I don't think all ETH leads personally, but I think Bitcoin's king, so, I mean, without a move on Bitcoin's end, there's only so much ETH can do. There's no way ETH is going to go start pushing out of here before Bitcoin. Bitcoin's going to do something for it to react with that. Yo, Moko, what's up, man? Dude, show me some tickers, Moko. I'm here. Dude, here, I have a shitcoin for you guys. Who brought this up to me? Idena. Alright. Hear me out, guys. First time it's getting over the 20 SMA, so I'm really looking to see if this 20 SMA holds. I don't know if this is a good divergence or a bad divergence, but RSI, or stock RSI is rising, and, oh, Tomo. Yes, dude, I love my Tomo. Yeah, so Tomo, what I'm noticing is, okay. Alright, just to explain to you guys why I drew this box. I drew this box because this box coincides over here with this and this. So I'm going to look at this as a buy box because I can see consolidation over here. The reason I didn't go all the way down is because I need a point where hey, I got to figure out, I got to get out if this isn't going to go in my favor. So this is that point right over here. You're seeing the wick bounce off over here. You're seeing the price extend down here, acting like it was going to go down further, but it really didn't, and just started exploding upwards. And this looks like more like a support test up here. Over here, you got these candles. You also got this candle over here. So now I know, hey, when I zoom into the daily, hey, price action's getting kind of shitty, and this is continuing to go down here, and we're forming candles down over here. What's going to happen? Are we going to go ahead and do something like this to where we consolidate and pop up, or are we going to go ahead and break down? So that's the reason I drew the box like that, just so I can get a better understanding of it at the bottom. But yeah, not bad. I mean, obviously it'd be a hold, but I wouldn't mind getting in over here. Lows. Tomo's not a shitty project. If I even do this, I see something else. I mean, it's right at the bottom. It's either going to make brand new lows, or it's going to go ahead and break out, and you got yourselves a nice entry. Let's see what that equals out to. I mean, altcoins 14% loss. I mean, maybe that seems a little bit more for you guys, but for me, when you're banging out way more other percentage with altcoins, and I see them going, I see everybody else doing them too, so I think that's pretty generous. I could even lower it a little bit. I would probably, for me, I would do it 19%, but yeah, that's how I would do this kind of play, a hold play. Let me lower this down. Probably smart to go a little lower. I could probably go higher, but first thing would be is to see if I need to go ahead and take profit at this top range, and if it's actually going to break out. Obviously, if it breaks out, it'll probably go like here, and then I'll take more profit. But beam. I mean, that volume spike is really interesting, especially it's with a candle like that. How would I do this one? Okay. For me, personally, I'd want to flip at this green line before I can go ahead and see it's going to actually go. Let me draw one last thing. The thing is that some of these coins could end up turning like this, is the problem. Yeah, that's the one. Justin Body, my man, Chad. Thank you for the follow, dude. Yeah, this is one of the ones I grabbed, but I didn't grab as big as I should have. This one is spiked up over here, and I kind of exited it out. But if this cloud ends up holding with seller, this thing could really start moving. I saw Rookie posted about it early, so I was like, alright, well, I mean, it does make sense. It should run, so this will be really nice if it actually starts going and recovering. I mean, just look at this. This thing has been leaking forever. Maybe CZ has some sort of sympathy and is going to go ahead and pump it. So 20 SMA flip would be super ideal for seller. If we can go ahead and get that flip, we'll be good to go. Alright, before I continue looking, oh god, dang, what'd you guys get racked on? Oof, what's this, guys? Y'all good? Dang. 100% up and 100% down. Racked. Community members. Alright, let me do a little bit of options. AGI gold. Gold's popping, so I'm in this play. I'm looking for a breakout of the highs at $2. If we look at the TA on the regular chart of things, Bitfinex. No, this isn't crypto. Stocks. Gold. Alright. So this high was broken. We already were support testing that high. Looked pretty good the day after that. Once we did go ahead and support tested it, broke over the 20 SMA. Right now it popped up and gapped up with the gold gap. So slight possibility it can go a little bit down, but as long as this $8 range doesn't break on AGI and gold keeps riding up, I think this ticker could go good. I mean, I'm in at 40 cents and it's sitting at about $1.80. So I'm hella up on this one. But I still think it's going to go. I don't want to exit right now. I would love to go ahead and exit around $3. That would be so great. Either way, I'm still could look for another play on this one because this one is set up on September. So, I mean, if you're okay with paying a little bit more expensive on options, but you just got to keep in mind that somebody who bought early, like me, I'm in at around 40-50 cents. The price is sitting at almost $2. So, you would be buying in off me, so you really got to manage your risk after that. That's why I always like looking at options data history, just because it gives you a better example of what you're seeing. I had a buddy ask me a bunch of questions about Durbit options, so here's another good. I'm just gonna explain it to you guys because I don't know, it helps me on my end teaching you guys. So a couple things on Durbit options. If you're looking into doing Bitcoin options, these are the options that you want to do. Obviously, I would hope you have some sort of TA knowledge, and simply put, you're not retarded and you know what you're doing before you get into Bitcoin options. So have some sort of experience before you hop into options. And that when I say experience, it doesn't mean options trading experience. It means just trading experience in general. Like if you're a profitable trader, or you can understand a chart by looking at it, or figure out support and resistances or breakouts, and when the price is lagging, or when the price is just not moving in any sort of range and it's just basically moving in like a $50 range. So if you can identify those kind of things, that's exactly what you need to at least start off on Bitcoin options. So a couple verbs or like some topics I can bring up on here would be, obviously calls are you're betting on the upside. Puts would mean you're betting on the downside. The way basically a call works is, let me give you guys some visuals. All right. We are going to use a name. Can I get a name in chat? I got to use a name for whoever's going to be this options trader. So it's either going to be called Lord Chicken, or who's my last follower? Oh man, I forgot his name. All right. Your name's Lord Chickens, okay? And you are now deciding, all right, I'm fucking bullish, man. Dude, I can't take it. I got to long something. But you don't want to long on BitMEX. So you were like, all right, I want to long Bitcoin options. And another thing I want to point out is, if anybody looked at Durbit's comment section recently, they had tweeted out, what would you guys like on Durbit options? Seems like we've had a lot of requests for 100K contracts. First of all, they've had a lot of requests from fucking idiots. Who's ever been requesting that one? So that's pretty nuts. But then when I look at the Durbit options thing, it's like, the OTM contracts for higher ones are super liquid versus when you go in the money regular. It's like, what? It just seems like there's just degens playing on there. And there's like I mean, yeah, it's just nuts on there. I don't want to get too into it because I'm going to explain stuff. But yeah, if you know what you're doing, it's just kind of funny how the higher strikes right now on the call side are more liquid. Yo, Teekzada, Chad, thank you very much for following me. Yo, and if any girl follows me and that Chad comes up, I don't care. You're still Chad. Alright, so, yeah, Lord Chickens. So Lord Chickens is betting on the upside. He thinks it's going to hit 14K before Christmas. It's going to be a Christmas gift from Satoshi, okay? That's what he's thinking. Alright, so that is what a call player would be. Is he's like, yeah, okay, I think it's 14K is my thought process by December. So you would go on Durbit. You would go ahead and see, hey, Christmas time, 2020. That's my date. Now I need to find a time. All right, so you're like, all right, here's 14K. I want to go ahead and bet on it. You probably lose your money if you do this one, because this one looks a little weird. It's already been riding up, so you'll want to get it on a little bit lower of a day. But yeah, that's pretty much what a call player would do. You would look for your date. You would look for your strike, and then you would pick it. It does get a little bit more trickier. So you would do the same thing with puts. You would pick the downside. It would be, I don't know, Arthur says like, no, not Arthur, I can't use. Justin Sun says, all right, this shit's going under 2K, and he buys out, he goes over here, he's like, all right, there's not even 2K. So he buys out all these 3K ones, all right? He's been losing his money for quite some time. All right, so Justin Sun loses all his money because he decided to do puts betting on 3,000 by December, all right? So that's just an example of like what a call and a put is. One's betting on the upside with a certain time, the other one's downside for a certain time. So now the issue is when Lord Chicken decides he's going to go ahead and buy these contracts. You really got to look at some of these things when you're getting into them, because let me give you a shitty example. In typical options, if you're in the money, those things end up being liquid. If you're super in the money, they end up being even more liquid. And when I mean in the money is basically, where's Bitcoin? Okay, price is 9,500. You're buying something at 9,000. You're buying something that's called in the money pricing contracts, okay, or options. Okay, that means the price is around the spot price of what. I mean, the spot price is around that area. So if you end up going to buy something that's like 6,000 and the spot price is 9,500, now you're gonna go ahead and get deep in the money. And when you go ahead and get deep in the money, that's when things start being more expensive. As you can notice over here, for example. All right. Well, these are priced a little. Well, no, they're not. They're fine. Okay, so $9,000 contracts, if you're gonna go ahead and buy them, are gonna cost you $2,800 per contract. So that's how much it's going to cost if you play in the money plays. Most average person probably isn't going to be able to play in the money contracts, hence why this isn't favored towards your regular player. The only way people are going to make money are if you have a lot of money to play with, or if you're going ahead and going OTM, which holds its own risks. But back before we get into OTM. So, yeah, so this is how much OTM costs, or in the money cost for buying it outright, $2,800. So now if you get super in the money, it's $5,000 a piece. Now, if you were somebody that had longed Bitcoin options around this 4,000 range, let's just say your price was probably around that point, I don't know, 2,000, 1,500, and you decided, hey, I'm still holding them. You are now super in the money, and the price is $5,000. So you are in a lot of profit. So you got to I would obviously have to exit at that point, but getting super in the money is the desired goal for any options trader. I mean, it doesn't always work out. I mean, you make money as it gets closer to your strike and everything, but obviously getting in the money is where you make the most money. So out of the money basically means a little bit the same thing, but a little differently. Out of the money basically means doesn't matter which way, it's far, far away from what the strike is. So once again, this is our midline for in the money is 9,000. So if I go I can go OTM strikes at 3,000. Anything below that is OTM. Okay, anything below 9,000 is OTM to me. So your OTM 8,000 plays, or if you go over it, your OTM this way, out of the market. Basically, is that what that means? I mean, it's not too complicated on that one. Now, where OTM gets complicated is because OTM requires you to get in the money to make money sometimes, or you're betting on volatility. And that's where the trick comes in, because people expect, hey, I'm going to buy September OTM plays because, hey, for one, I'm poor and I can't afford anything else, so I'm going to go ahead and buy these. If you're buying these now, and if you're not paying attention to how they've been running up, I mean, one, you're going to get wrecked. Two, you really, really need the price to start moving in a volatile fashion. You can't just go trade Bitcoin options because you're like, hey, I think this is going to move. You see this? This is not action for any sort of options trading that's long term. Just by looking at this chart, there's one single place that would have been options trade right over here, and that's if you caught it, and that would have been probably for an hour flip. So you don't want to get caught up in like this sideways action or even sideways downwards action. You want to get caught up in this sort of action. You want to get caught in dumps and dips like this. That's where you're going to make the most money. If you're getting caught up in range trading over here, these options are not favorable for most retail traders to do anything, or most poor people to actually, honestly, I'm sorry, I keep saying retail, most poor people to go ahead and do these kind of range trading things, because most of this range trading is done in more in the money plays, or ones that are more closer to that. If you're going to try to do OTM plays, I mean, it's going to be a little tricky for you. So that's some of the basics for it. Do you guys have any questions for me or comments? I see you guys are watching in Periscope and here. Yo, Jado97. Subscribed on Twitch Prime. My man. Thank you. I appreciate you. I'm gonna have to get all my Twitch subscriber things up, so don't worry, you guys won't be forgotten. And just so you guys know, I should be going. Everything should be fine with my schedule. I know I've been saying I'm going to post it, but so far the stream schedule is looking like Sundays, Mondays, and Thursdays. Sundays I'm probably going to try to accommodate my friend Lord Chickens. He has been asking me for earlier streams, so I know a lot of people have been asking me, because a lot of my friends here are from, I guess, Europe area, EU area, whatever. So probably I'll look for like 6, 7 o'clock streams. I'm going to figure it out if it's better on Sundays or Mondays, but Sundays should be fine. Other than that, the other thing I'm going to do is there's going to be an hour each day, or I think it's, for now, it's scheduled for Tuesdays and Thursdays at noon in my Discord for an hour. Yes, J-Bags. We're giving everybody 9 p.m. for the most days. I got to give one day at least for the other guys. Yeah, I can take a look at IOTA. Oh yeah. Is their TangleNet back up? Is anything positive going on with them? Because as of right now, their standing in the community is not one of the best. Finex. I'm not gonna look at it there. Let me turn this off. I mean, oversold on the stock on the weekly. So I mean, it's not bad. It's not what I would play. But if I was going to play it, this would be the... Yeah, I mean, I'll show you. Like, yeah, I mean, like, I can already tell, like, I wouldn't typically play this, but let's just show you what I would do. Alright, if it can flip back over and hold, I would do it like this. Anything underneath here, I would probably... Actually, probably have to do a little lower. Yeah, anything, I would probably... Yo, Hacker Z, my man. Thank you for the follow, dude. You're a real Chad. I would probably have to do something like this. Once again, I'm not a fan of this one, because even on this chart over here, let me go to the daily. Look, yeah, I need that POC flip over here on this. I mean, the POC is also, looks like it's a nice little buy zone area, but once again, you need that flip on here. Fundamentals aren't in favor of IOTA, so yes sir, dude. ZRX, my biggest holdings, in the sense of like, hey, that's the most I've ever put in any kind of altcoin. Alright, so ZRX right off the bat, it is in a breakout mode right now. So the one thing I don't like, I hate when things wick up like that, because typically when they wick up, you know it's almost gonna do, every time, do some shit like this, where it does some sort of triangle. So that's pretty much what it's doing right now, is just kind of uncompressing from this whole entire move up here. So I still think it's bullish. I mean, it's trying really hard right now to stay on up. If I go ahead and zoom it out this way, it is over the POC, so as long as it doesn't break over this break underneath, I would say 28 cents and come back down, we should be fine. Where we want to go ahead and see it form some sort of support area would be over here in general. If we can make this area a support area, that would be the best. At this point, I mean, you got to be realistic too in crypto. What you need half the time is consolidation in these major support areas if you want upwards movement. You can't just expect, hey, I want this thing to just keep mooning. Yes, that's good if you're a trader and you just want it to, like, really quickly make a quick trade. But if you actually want the coin to do something, like, you want it to consolidate over here and lag a little bit and then pop up more, because then it's actually going to move and do something, just like over here. I mean, consolidated for frickin' ever on the downside, and then stopped around this point, and then finally did some sort of pop. I mean, still hella down, but just an example. But I'll do the BTC pair too. It's not too far off though. Maybe I lied. Alright. Yeah, so breakout over here. POC makes it a little bit lower to bet on, so I probably wouldn't do a POC flip or POC support test. It would more so be something like this. Yeah. Underneath here, I'd be a little bit concerned. Is it going to actually hold? What's going to happen over here? I mean, ZRX has a bunch of major points on the upside on the BTC pair. I know this for a fact because I think my pairs are in BTC. And that is your major turning point that really needs to flip. If we can get this level flipped over and we're start moving over here, there's a possibility things can run. ZRX, the best situation for ZRX is going to be the minute Bitcoin gets over 12K, ZRX is going to fucking moon. Yeah, I mean, it depends on how bullish Bitcoin is. I mean, if Bitcoin's just moving up $200, $300, $400 every so often in the next couple days and it keeps moving up, no, I don't think the BTC pair is going to get affected. Now, if Bitcoin starts pulling $800, $1,000 candles, yeah, then you're probably going to have a hit on alts where they're going to not catch up and people are going to exit. So, small moves in Bitcoin probably are not going to hurt BTC pairs, but big moves on Bitcoin will definitely 100% hurt it. And if you're interested in entries, you're going to want to look for entries on slight Bitcoin dumps. Yo, X Factor, what's up, man? How are you doing, dude? Dude, I'm doing something just for you. I'll have to tell you after stream. I don't know how. I'm using a different software this time because my last one wasn't working. So I have to figure that out, but I will definitely do it because I'm streaming again tomorrow and you can definitely hop on. I just got to figure out how I'm going to do it. What else? Do you guys have any other tickers you guys want me to check? Because I'm going to go back to Legacy then. Check metals real quick. Dang, so, Kaleo, dude, he messaged me about this one the day before. He was like, yo, man, I want to do... Yeah, I can pull up some bullish alts. Good setup's not the best, but I can pull up a shitcoin that I'm holding. Drop. I'm looking for this pop on Drep. Looking for a pop into this clouds and then a continuation. But I ended up buying a bag with, Zach Crypto. I don't know if you guys know him. He's in my Discord or he's on Twitter. But yeah, this is Matic BTC. Yes. Matic. Yeah, Matic has that mainnet hype pump going for it. So right off the bat, I'm noticing Matic had this consolidation over here. And then pot weight. Yeah, little consolidation over there and then popped. Yeah, so let's see. Little pop there. Yeah, I mean, popped out bullishly, and now we're just going to have to wait for a move point. When it comes down to the move point, this is the triangle that I'm seeing. If this triangle does not work out, and it does end up breaking down, we'll just go ahead and see if this flag holds. That would be the last thing. So those are the 1 or 2 patterns that are possibly forming over here. Breakout on the upside would mean that means the POC holds and flips over, and we see continuation. Overall, I think for it being in that bottom zone in this area and popping out like that, I would say that's pretty nice. The other thing it would possibly need to probably hold would be this box over here. So, I mean, it's multiple confluent factors over here. And yeah, not bad. I mean, I think Maddox's gonna go for it. This is not mainnet hype, I don't think. Let me go back out a little more. Yeah, unless they pre-planned that, unless this was the, yeah, I doubt that was the pump, or even this one. So I don't think that pump happened for that mainnet yet. We'll see. Just keep watching that little triangle on the hourly, or the 4 hour. I don't like the curve on the 20 SMA on this one. Let's see if I can turn this on. Yeah, I mean, not too much going on over here. So the ones that are at all-time lows are the ones I'm a little bit sketched out about. Actually, I know a great thing, because he's on a roll to right now. Dom's posting alts that are from, like, ages. So we're just going to go ahead and mooch off his. Somebody said Doge. Yes, Doge. Dude, my TLT, I was quick with that one. I've been out of that one. I haven't had that bag in a while. Okay, let me just do Doge real quick. Doge, BTC. Come on. Oh, it's because I can't fucking spell. Okay, Doge, BTC. Binance. Worst chart ever. Hold on. Oh man, these. What the fuck? Alright. You know where I can't go wrong? This is the one place I can't go wrong. There we go. There we go. That's all of Dogecoin's moves. That's better. Man. So, right off the bat with Dogecoin, this is just so sexy. Like, that's beautiful. Like, how more beautiful could that look? For me, that looks amazing. Like, look at that. That's just so great. What? I mean, that's beautiful. Nice little consolidation over here. I would say this is gonna pop sooner or later. Worst case, it makes a low, and then you're fucked, but low level box would be over here. There's other sooner areas as well. So that's on the weekly. Let's zoom in a little. Even if I go on the hourly, look at those daily pops up and down. Yeah, we'd love to get an entry on this one just to see what exactly happens over here. It's not all in Doge time. If this looked like this one, and, where is it? If Doge looked like that, and Bitcoin was, like, down at, like, 78, then I would be all in Dogecoin. But the fact that Bitcoin looks like this, that's why I'm like, it probably won't work out. So, green line would probably be ideal to look for another bounce. Yeah, dude, I saw him post ARC too. Oh, look, he said the same thing. Range. Alright, I'm just gonna pull off Dumb's charts. Look at that, Zcoin. So, you got the area that's been going down, you got the low area over here. Easy play, stop right below, see if it pumps up. Or you can run it a little bit lower if you want to think it's going to possibly scam down and pop back up. Bro, I did talk about Bitcoin in the beginning. I mean, there's not really too much going on about it. Here. I'll do a quick one, but it is in the beginning of the video. 1 second. Yeah, I mean, that's where Bitcoin is right now. Everybody thought it was going to break out over here yesterday. This is what happened, that candle. Now we're breaking out. Looks a little bit better. Support test right now on this breakout. I'm just using the Bitstamp chart because I have everything on my other charts messed up. But it shouldn't be too much further. So we really have some upper points over here we need to break. If I was going to go ahead and draw them, they would love a flip on that side, and then we're going to have some issues up here. And the green box as well. But yeah, if all that stays good and we can pretty much get out of this zone, 10-4 is a possibility, but anything up to this area, I think it's going to be a wick. I highly doubt we're going to go ahead and break higher highs. If we do, awesome. I mean, it's good for everybody. We have alt season then. But until then, history speaks for itself. Can't break higher highs ever. Not even over here. Not even the general structure of the whole entire fucking thing. Other than down here. So maybe then, maybe later on, it would be great for me. I have altcoins that need a pumping. SPY, look at this recovery. We're going for it, guys. We're going for that upper gap fill, the most upper gap fill. That's gonna be one hell of a fucking trade for people. Let's exit this stuff. SPX, NDX, Dixie. Dixie looks like it's gonna pop too. It's been in this little range for quite some time. XRP USD. I want to go long on this one. What is better? Or VOO? VOO. I've never heard of that one. Looks like the same thing. Why is it called VOO? Literally looks like the same exact thing. I would just trade SPY personally because, hey, that's more popular than probably VOO is. I've never... Voodoo. Yeah, it's the first time I've ever heard this one. So, I probably wouldn't do it just because SPY looks like the same exact thing. And SPY's the popular one. Oxy. Still looking to see if this gap fills. Once we can start breaking out some ranges over here on Oxy, this will look really good. But, I mean, this is some crazy territory here for Oxy. Had some some order flow too, if you guys want. Yo, Nick Core, the subscribe, another subscribe. That's like 3 subscribers. Yo, man, thank you very much, dude. That's very Chad of you. You out Chad the chat, other than the other 2 subs. All right. What else does he got over here? Oh, he did post. Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, ARC. Somebody did mention ARC. Let's look at that one. Alright. ARC Bitrix. Oh, yeah. I gotta give you guys some Bitrix coins away. Let's pull up Bitrix. Figure out which ones are left on there. Yo, they finally came out with their mobile app, I noticed. Yeah, I have ARC on there. I have Ethereum on there. Yeah, looking at ARC right off... No, that's not ARC. Fuck out of here. Okay, ARC. ARC. Jesus. I mean... that's the low for ARC. And we're pretty much have been consolidating around that whole entire low area. Haven't done a single thing since... last summer, this time. We've had some scam wicks on the upside. So as far as I'm concerned, that would be the consolidation block. Hold on, let me do the upside a little better. Upside, I could probably do it like that. But yeah, for me, that's a consolidation block. Yeah, that's a really weird PA. It's been leaking. I mean, I've always liked ARC. I don't think they're dead. Let's check the Twitter. ARC. Coin. Alright. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Oh, shit. You're hearing too? Okay, one sec. Dude, why didn't anybody else say anything? You guys gotta tell me these things. Yeah, subs without emotes. I wasn't expecting like 3 or 4 subs today. Is that a little bit better? No, no, not you, dude. Everybody else. Nobody else told me. All right, I'll have to get that one checked out. Okay, cool. Wow, I was really picking up all that one. Let's go to Coin Market Calendar. Zill is trending. Okay. So what we're looking for is mainnets again, and we will see what we can find here. I think some of them are already hyped up. Yeah, here's the Matrix one next week. Block Stacks, I know that name. STX. Let's see. Forever Dying. Okay. Yeah, we'll see what, we'll have to keep watching Block Stacks and see what it does. A little bit of a buy box I can probably make, well, actually, I would more so want to just see if it starts breaking out, then I can go ahead and look at lower time frames, but it would absolutely need to hold this box over here. If it can support test, I'll go ahead and long it, but as of right now, I think it's going to come back down. I don't think it's going to last. Yeah, Ichi's not even set up on this one. What else does Dumb Lum got? That's it. Wait, what's this arc? Yeah, here we go. Development. Wait, is that development? That looks terrible. It's going down. Yikes. No. That explains it. Seller. Yeah, we did seller already. There wasn't too much to seller other than, yeah, it's pumping. I did have a bag. I don't have enough of a bag. I kind of closed it already. It's already in the clouds, so technically since it's already in the clouds, basically the position over here is, it's going to end up going up over here. So I'm aiming towards the upside over here. Yo, man. See ya. Have a good night, dude. Thank you for subbing again, man. Okay. Yeah, let me go to Stonks, because, I really want to set up for Monday. Should be a really fun week next week. A lot of these ETFs are getting ready to go. Exited this one. I don't think this is going to keep running over here. Let me turn this on. This broke down badly. I exited because I wasn't sure. SPY ended up pumping out at the end. So if SPY pumps, these ETFs are going to go. A lot of action I'm seeing on order flow for a lot of these things. Let me log in here. A lot of my friends are wanting to play SQ. Square, they're playing for, I mean, that's the bad part. There's Dime going for shorts and a couple other people going for shorts, but then JMA is going for longs. So we'll see. I mean, it is set up for on Ichi for continuation, so as long as it doesn't lose that Tenkin level, or just in general, like I would say the 74 level, we should go ahead and see continuation. I'd probably draw the horizontal here. You'll see continuation playing on the hourly. So I think Square has a way to go. Let's go ahead and see. HackermanAce@gmail.com. Send me your offers. Okay. Another one I'm watching is this one. This is the longest watch I've done for this. Where are you? Quark Chain, the throwback. So the mindset on this one was, at this point, is just tears. No, just kidding. Hold on. So it did go ahead and do its little stupid bounce up and down, and then finally got to the end, broke down, but I think it's gonna go do that. I'll bet probably when it gets over the Kijin. I'd want to see a breakthrough over here, and then it would be worth betting, because then it'll be over diagonal support as well, so this wouldn't be resistance, and it would be a breakout right through there. So, not really set up, but definitely watching Cork Chain, because I think at any moment this thing could pop. Alright, I keep wanting to do metals. I get distracted. Okay. Silver, we talked about this one last stream. $16 was the magic number that we needed to pass. Exploded right through there when we got there. So if we can get this flip over here, this will be back in structure. And the best part about this being back in structure is, so it did have this aggressive dip down here, but a lot of the miners and stuff, they did have their dip, but they're recovering up really nicely. Like, here's a couple of the related tickers to this one. I had calls in this area, was waiting for a higher pop, and that shit happened, and it dumped. But if you look at SIL over here, fucking pushing at all-time highs over here in that range it was in. Like, this shit is unbelievable. So, options are probably priced a little bit expensive, but if you're looking at daily or weekly trades, if silver continues, I think this 38 level is totally possible. And if you're day trading it, or at least weekly swings, 100% possible. So, nope. This is the one that I was saying that Kaleo played. He was mentioning to me over here, he was like, yeah, man, I want to buy next day expirations. I always advise against next day expirations unless you have some sort of experience or you know what you're doing, or you have a lot of fucking confidence. My man was super confident. He bought 4-cent calls. He sent me how much he put in, a couple thousand into there. So imagine, couple thousand into 4-cent calls for next day expiration. Top of the risk, okay? Because if you're wrong, you're fucking losing all that money. All right. So he went ahead and put that in there. For me, it's not that much. I always tell you guys, I mean, I prefer $1,000 to $2,000 max risk in each contract sizing. Like, so that's how much I'll play per play. It doesn't matter how much I'm playing with. At most, if I'm super extremely confident, I'll go ahead and toss 10K into an options trade, but it's very few times I'm doing that, or if I'm getting advice from friends that I super trust, I'll do it. But back to what I was saying. So he put it in for the next day one. Dude, these things went from 0.04 to 40 cents. He caked out. I mean, that was a really nice trade. I really should have took it, but you can't do that on Robinhood. I know a lot of you guys trade on Robinhood, so if you're trying to do same day trades on Robinhood for options, do not fucking do it. You're gonna lose your money. Like, simply, it's very easy. They don't let you trade the last day. You have to have a real broker. I learned that one pretty quick. That's why I'm signed up for TD and Schwab. I love TD. TD works great for me. Robinhood's fine. I really don't have an issue. It's just you gotta understand you're fucked on certain things on Robinhood, whether you like it or not. That's what you get for choosing a platform that's for beginners. So, nothing's wrong with that. It's absolutely nothing wrong. I've only had one issue with Robinhood, which was the day that they went down and everything crashed. It was good because I was short and it didn't allow me to sell because I made more money the following week. So yeah, that's with that one. So for the people who were here earlier, and I was explaining options to, and if anybody does want to learn a little bit more about what I explained about Bitcoin options, you can go ahead and roll back on the stream. I will go ahead and timestamp this stream once we're done. I've been recording each of the timestamps, so they'll have a description on what you guys can go back and look at. So the options on Bitcoin are very different from regular legacy options. I would recommend, if you want to get into Bitcoin options and you do have that TA sense, toss in a couple $100 in the regular options and go ahead and trade those first. I would recommend those always first before just hopping into Bitcoin options, just because the crypto options just work so differently, and they're basically the crypto ones are made to go against the user, so they're not really friendly. When it comes to legacy options, you have the choice of what you want to do. You can pick something friendly and low risk, or you can pick something that's super high risk. You get the choice. When you go to crypto, you have no fucking choice. You look at FTX. FTX doesn't even have this like whole interface where you put in a bid for an options and it either gets filled or it doesn't. It's like just if you know what that means, that's just kind of scary. So I always recommend Urbit for options. Everything else FTX is fine for. Alright, restream chat. What are you guys saying? Levi Hacker, man. Dude, bro, you got my name, man. That's a good question. Am I bullish or bearish on BTC this quarter? Well, halving's over. So, I would say... I hate those kind of predictions because I'm not... I trade what I see, not what I can predict on Bitcoin, because so many things can happen on Bitcoin overnight. But if you were going to force a gun to me at my head and you were like, yo, pick a position, I would say Bitcoin is not going to break a higher high or 11K, and I would say short-term bullish by like mid-June, and then bearish if we don't start pushing right there. That's how I would have to answer that one. But look, it's trying. Gold. What do you guys got for me? Hold on. That Coinbase. A lot of the Coinbase tickers are what I'm interested in. Main reason for that is because, unlike Binance, Coinbase is nice enough to give you those sympathy pumps for their new users to lure in more users. That's, if you don't believe how that works, I can guarantee that's how it fucking works. What was a recent one that just pumped on here? What are all these free ones? Do they just give you money now? What is this? Earn $150 just by reading about these things. Man, you should just show homeless Coinbase ref links. Like, yo, you need money. Look at this. Alright, I'm getting off track. Well, where the fuck are these products? Where are they? Okay, here we go. This one, CRO. Crypto.com at OKX. Dang. Oh, man. What is this? What kind of nonsense is this? Look at this. Why? If I'm not mistaken, Crypto.com is MCO redone up again. So let me see if this picks up all the real price action. Yes, there we go. I was gonna say that's the Crypto.com I know, but still, hell of price action going upwards. I think they finally came out with their cards, so I would more so play this as if it doesn't lose a 20 SMA on the weekly, or even this box over here. I would say continuation for this one. But man, one hell of a run on this one. It's at a major resistance point at this point. Right, come on. Over here, a little lower. Right there. So tapped up there, had the lines up there tapped. Ichiwai's on the daily. Yeah, I mean it did its pop over here early on December. Who would have thought back in December this dump, this push out of this big cloud would have been this important? Big transfers from MCO to the. I want one of their cards. I got one of Robinhood's cards and they're trash. Yo, Nick, thank you for the retweet, dude. You guys both retweeted. My mans. I'm gonna personally say thank you to Nick. Here's another one that acted beautifully on Silver's pop out. So here's one that you guys can make money off of. This is more so for you options trader that know what they're doing and can understand what I'm about to say. So this one is super liquid when it comes to options. But so the trick with this one is that you have to go ahead and go OTM in the options, but you got to give yourself time. The reason you got to give yourself time on this one is because you're picking OTM. So just hitting the strike of OTM is not enough. You need to go deep in the money for this one. So if you do buy, I mean, obviously I'd wait for a pullback now because that was a huge pop. Those options probably went a couple 100%. But if you are going to go ahead and play continuation over here, you'll be looking for OTM plays around the $43 level, and you'll want to buy yourself some time. Because if silver starts making these pushes back up to that $18 level, I would say silver to $19, and you'll see AGQ coming all the way back up to $35, $34. And well, when I just look at that off the bat, I already know for a fact if you bought OTM options down there and this price moved up 112%, you are up a minimum of 1,000% guaranteed. I know you are. You cannot trick me. I know how these things work. So you're up a lot. So if you try to do the same thing again over here, and try to push it, since we had this aggressive push up, those options volatilities are probably hella high. So once it starts coming down, even if you got in down here, it's going to lose value at that point because it's so far up, and I guarantee everybody's going to be taking profit. And they're a liquid too. But definitely worth it if you're playing OTM. It's a delayed, lagged silver miner or a silver player, so silver has to move first. And for silver to move, gold has to move. So in respect of like what would be more safer to play versus gold or silver, obviously I'm all for gold versus silver. It would be more safer to play gold because if gold's moving, silver will move. That's the way I'm looking at it. Remix is one that was setting up on the Ichi nicely, broke into the clouds, didn't really have a full aggressive push all the way to the top of the clouds, but is trying. As long as this doesn't break out of the clouds and we keep going, at any moment this thing breaks out the cloud to the upside, because we are having a good bullish Kumo twist over here. So we have level up here. Most gaps seem to have been filled except like this little weird one, which I like because it has this I can go off of. So those are the upside targets for that one, just based off Ichi, as long as this level doesn't lose at 28.50 or 29 probably, somewhere around that level. As long as it doesn't lose that one and we continue, I think Remix will do really good. GLD is another one. So this TK flipped back bullish, or was going to go bearish but went bullish at that point. So we can go ahead and hold this level over here for GLD. I think GLD make all-time highs. Once again, the explosion for some of these extra things that are for gold did way better. Like gold dumped over here, and these things went, hey, I'm going to recover, but then I'm going to make all-time highs. So these other tickers really did good. Let's look at tech. Marble, I'm watching this one for a breakout over here. Seeing what happens over here. If we break down over here, I'll go ahead and go puts. If we go over here, and we'll go ahead and go long just about $28. Roku. Hourly, this is all it has. Not much. Let's check the DGen section over here real quick. Yeah, everybody's playing SLV. Like, I love seeing this. These are cheap priced, time dated SLV plays. Big volume into bigger OI. I mean, it does look a little scary, but if you get the right ones on here and you get them early, these things are going to pay the fuck out if this thing keeps moving the way it is. Like, this is going to be so nice. Look at this. If this continues off this breakout, and so you're saying this popped up out over here, we have a gap up here, we have a gap up here, so these guys are betting at what, 18, 20? That's some big strikes. So let's go a little lower. These $17 strikes, they'll start making money once this hits $16.50. But if at any moment it actually hits $18, man, they're gonna make so much money. This dotted line, they're guaranteed to at least triple their money. They will triple their money. Like any of these guys that bought over here, they will triple their money. This is at 17 cents right now. If at any moment this hits $20 or $16, this guy will be probably sitting at 55 cents, maybe even 60. These guys will probably be sitting at about $1.50. So lots of money to be made. I'm amazed that it's just pages and pages of SLV. Veil. So this is how I use order flow when it comes to options for stocks. I look at, if I can't find any kind of TA that I like, I'll just go over here and look at tickers. Which ones meet my expectations, which ones meet my rules. If they look good, then I'll be like, hey, like for example, I looked at this Veil one. Not really my expiration, but I kind of am tempted to play some short-term plays with everybody lately. So I'm seeing that it's inside the clouds for this one. If it holds, I'll go ahead and long it, play for a breakout back up over here. If it doesn't, then, hey, I mean, I'm not going to do it. But yikes, man. This shit really hurt Bale. Yeah, I can, well, this is for just for crypto. I mean, this is just for legacy, but I can check ETC in general. Coinbase. Let me make sure I do my stuff. Hold on. Retweet. Wait, why am I retweeting the wrong one? Where's the right one? Okay. Yeah, let me check ETC, BTC. Not bad. Looks nice off the first glance. I'm seeing that it was in this little buy box area. Popped out of the buy box area. 20 SMA flip. I think it'll start going. Major resistance probably is going to be this level over here. That's where you're going to probably see it go ahead and stop out. But what you want over here is some sort of consolidation or some sort of triangle or flag happening up at this point. So that's what you want to see in ETC USD. So, but at any time it breaks this diagonal, or even I would say, if you don't like diagonals, you could use this high from there. Yeah. If it starts coming back down underneath here, you're probably going to want to look back the long over at the POC, or look for like some sort of swing back up. Yeah, I think ETH USD is the thing with ETC is I've traded this one before, but I've always traded it when my buddy Will Bearman talks about it via mining. So something to do with mining, this one really helps. What else do we got? I mean, do you guys like want to learn anything? Do you guys got questions for me that are like actual questions, or do you guys just want to look at tickers? I mean, it doesn't matter to me whatever we do. Oh my god. Oh man. Dude, look at this. They haven't even came out with their new graphics card. This shit just fucking moons. Alright, let me give you guys an example of another thing then. Yeah, oh, that's a great example actually. With this fucking chart. Why I love options is my first one I'm going to tell you. June expiration, this sucker, we'll go in the money for the guys that bought in last week or last couple weeks ago. Price is at 339. We'll go for those 300 strike players. Jesus Christ. Holy fucking shit. Ah, dude, this is why I gotta play some of these bigger players. Oh my god. Alright, so high volume spike in the beginning of May. Priced at about, looks like it's $11, $12 per contract. These contracts are now worth $45 in the money. My god. Nevada just paying out. Oof. I mean, the downside of that is I found this works better if I visually show you guys. Calculator, where is it? Alright, when you buy an options contract, it is whatever the price it is times 100. So, if you're buying, for example, these contracts are $12 a piece. One contract for an options trade is always 100 shares. So, one contract will cost you $1,200. There's benefits and there's no benefits. One benefit would be is if it's something really popular, volatile, that typically ends up being higher priced options anyway. One contract at this point could mean a lot of things, because Now it's at $45, and your so your $1,200 is now $4,500. So if you put your stimulus into these calls for beta, you'd have a couple of stimuluses now. So it's okay, but you only have one contract to play with. So it ends up being a lot more better when you have a couple contracts of those, just because, I mean, you're gonna make more money. So $12,000. I mean, that's pretty cool. If you put that in, that's hella money after that. So definitely is a bunch of more upside on these, especially because I mean, you do get these gains in crypto, but not that awesome. Like, this is just short term. Like, what did Nevada do over here? It dumped down, and 60% move that resulted in how many times? $15 to 45. Like, you can't beat that. Like, literally, you cannot beat that shit. Like, I'm so addicted to this stuff. Like, this is the best trading I've ever experienced in my life. EA Sports defying logic. I think it'll be a slight little pullback and it'll keep going. Everything has just been going great with this one. A little bit of a shy fake out. I knew this was going to be fake, that this was not going to stay. I have some long term in my portfolio for EA. This is just spot my 401k. I added a shitload of this one when it dipped just to add it. TTD, it went for an all-time high. I think this might be the top 4 for it for right now. I'll be looking for re-entries around 250 on TTD. Apple, I mean, hella call plays. We're looking for a fake out on this bearish TK that happened. If we can get this happening with the weekly, I think all-time highs. Please give us a tip on a crypto coin that is about 100 times. You motherfucker. All right, I could see if I can muster up something. I mean, right now the only one that I'm really curious about that somebody brought up to me that I thought about was this one. I keep thinking about it. I'm like, what if it actually does hold the 20 SMA? Let me even go to Trade Ogre. Trade Ogre. I can't spell ogre. Let's see if I can find some poop. Some real nice, warm, smelly shit over here. What you guys got? Where's the volume at? Where's it at? In Grim. In GRIM. Where's my... Where is it? Oof, it does come up. Holy fucking shit. What the fuck is this? Okay, let's see what this do. A casual, no big deal. 30 BTC volume. Yo, what the hell? Paradigm, we're doing this wrong. We gotta go to those shitcoins, man. Look at this, 760% in no time. What are we doing options for, man? We gotta find these ultimate shitcoins. Man, that's nuts. This looks like it's still gonna go. Obviously, I would never chase this, but, you know. Next thing you know, CZ's listing it on Binance. Alright, what do we got? ETN. RIP on my ETN. That shit's stuck on Cointopia or Cryptopia. I even forgot their name for a minute. Wow. Wow. Alright. What the hell is going on? I've got to pay attention to more of these shitcoins. My god. And, like, the thing is like, Electronium has, like... That's one hell of a pump. Wow. Same time this year. Whole entire consolidation range just fucking blowing through. If I was gonna look for a pullback and I had no risk management skills, or somewhat skills, I'd go back for like this pullback around 79 and see if this can continue up. I mean, that's one hell of a pump. I wouldn't be surprised if it does something like that. But damn, I can't believe it. What else do they got? Haven XHV. That's probably another one. XHV. Typically, these guys like recycle their Bitcoin in other pumps. Yeah, I think this one's just getting ready to pump. The future of overseas off-seas banking, is that what this was? Alright guys, I mean, I'm trying to find you guys just 10 times, but I mean, it looks like they're already bumping them out before you guys planned this one. So H Haven looks like, if it can flip over here, I wouldn't mind entering it. I mean, this is a major point over here. Plus, it hasn't exploded out, so I would definitely keep watching this one. I'll actually even look to see if I can even grab a bag. 83%. All right, what else do you got? What is this? Ooh, LTC markets, turtle coin. Dude, this is like Cryptopia all over again. My friends said that turtle coin destroys their graphics cards and never to mine it. So I don't touch turtle coin. Queen Paprika? Alright, that's unchartable. Man, they don't have anything. ETNX. I gotta check with Seattleite too, be like, yo, where's the gems at? He found me a lot of gems. Oof, this one might not be bad. Already had its little pump and dump. Little tight range over here, super shit coin. See if it could pump out. You can keep your tight stop over here with this wick. Has some volume coming through on this Litecoin pair, but it's only 12 BTC. Yikes, dude! This looks like a combination of Cryptopia combined with Yobit, and then with a little hint of Ogre in there somewhere. PHB BTC. Say no more. I have not heard of that one. Oh, Red Pulse. Never mind. I have. Can I please pull it up on here? Yes. I hate coins like that. But I like the bullish TK going on over here, but really need the price action to enter the clouds. This is one of those low sat, low shitty ones. So they're going to take a lot of stuff to move. So one thing I want to focus on is this level right over here. If we can get this flipped, then I could possibly show some interest. But if that level does hold and flip, I'd have a target up this level over here. So if we can flip that area, probably around here, I would say you can get an easy, I don't know, 30, 39, 40%. I wouldn't want to battle this wick over here. That's why I didn't go aim higher. Yo, thank you, man. Kaleo, what's up, dude? I was just showing your silver trade to everybody. I was like, yo, this man's nuts. But he did it. He made bank. What else do we got here? Look, one Bitcoin volume. Let's go to Q Trade. Alright, this exchange doesn't have anything. DNA. I was subtly shilling this one, but I think it might have died. Yeah, it died. Oh man, it died hard. This might be part 2 for it though. Right over here, based off this wick over here, there's a possibility it can go ahead and pop out. Yeah, I'll keep watching this one. I made a good amount of money on this one last time, so something worth watching. Level over here. Come on, draw the fucking line. Okay, there we go. That's a horrible line, but you guys get the point. What did they have on their markets? Nizo! Nizo, guys. Let me check this one over here. The Snipe Special. Nizo. Oops. Wrong one. Yo, all-time lows. No, hold on. Is this correct? Oh, no. Verifiers. I just want somebody to sell me their verifier status on here, to be honest. Like, this is one of the biggest coins that I regret not following through with anything at all. Like, dude, I procrastinated on this coin for so long. Like, I had fucking, like, I remember when this was starting to launch and they were all making this one. And everybody's like, yeah, you should join on the verifier. We know you can get in early because there's, like, nothing here. Once it starts kicking off, it's going to be nuts. I was like, nah, fuck it. I'm too into my regular trading. I'm not going to do this. Oh, man, there's, like, so many verifiers now. The wait on verifiers is, like, ages. So, I'll, like, fucking be retired before I can become a verifier now. So, I either gotta, like, rob somebody, hack somebody, or trade them something to become a verifier. Very depressing. But, I mean, I wish him the best for his project. ACB. Yes, man, we gotta get them to... We're gonna take revenge on them. Oh my god, dude, that was a nice pop on ACB at the bottom. I think I told you that, what is this going on here? Look, it's Ace. I don't follow through with the things I write on my charts. Doji looked good. Clearly didn't buy shit. I mean, I saw Dime's point on this one. I mean, I don't know about ACB directly. I'm more of a Afira kind of guy. This is the one I'm interested in. I've been watching this one for quite some time. Afira is in the green buy box. Almost hit my other bids down here. Never really filled. So we're looking to pop on this one on Afira. Just because, I mean, fundamentals. Did you not see me nail it? Yeah, dude, I think you, your ACB trade? No, I don't know if you nail. I didn't even see you took the trade or not. I just remember you brought it up. I didn't know you did a trade. How did you do? What did you do? Are you checking altcoins versus BTC or USDT? In general, I like altcoins in USD pairs, just because we have grown in this environment to basically make everything a USDT pair, or we're basically a fiat on-ramp type bullshit. So that's why I look at that. I mean, I do have some BTC pairs, but I mean, I'll look at both. It doesn't really matter to me. Which one is it? Thoughts on box. I will check on all those that you guys are saying. I didn't see you guys are like this active now in chat. My mans, my boys. Okay, let's look at box. I haven't heard of that one. Oh, price action into the clouds. Nice look on that one if it can hold. If that can hold, that's guaranteeing about $19 and a pop out of the clouds. That's just continuation upwards. That's on the weekly. Let's go to the daily. Yeah, nice little pop. The clouds aren't weak at all. Yeah, so you have a little cluster over here, which is a bunch of things. You have wick structure, you have 20 SMA, Kijin, Tenkin. So this is a major box over here. So anything underneath $16, you're going to have a little bit of issue, and you're going to have to figure out whether this $15 level holds or not. Because 16 losing and then 15 losing just means, I mean, just going to come back down hard. What is the box? Information technology services. If all gaps got a fill in life, you got this bullish thing right over here. And the fact that it's just been slingshotting up since some horrible ass fucking earnings. Oh, it's coming up to the next earnings. Oh, okay. Yeah, I would wait until the earnings, see how the earnings go. Lately I've been noticing with earnings, we'll report bad earnings, but the stock will just pump. So if you have that in mind, I would just wait until the earnings and buy the dip, or you can play a continuation until the end. But you got to keep in mind, your earnings ended out over here negative, or at a 588% surprise, and then the price just kept pumping. So we're just really close to the end of this. So any kind of options trade you do over here is going to be a little tricky and should be known as more of a weekly or bi-weekly flip. Do you see? Yeah, I use different settings for each. For Legacy, I use regular settings, and then when it comes to crypto, I use different ones. Crypto, I use double because I've been using them for like 4 or 5 years now. Legacy I use normal because that's where Ichi comes from. So, just works for me. Tilray. You wanted me to do Tilray. I'll throw a little sauce on Tilray too. Hold on. That weekly support. Where is it? Where is it? Where did I draw it? Move. Oh. Well. I'm gonna have to go say go fuck yourself, Tilray. I'm not really a fan of this one. T-Mac lost a lot of money on this one. And just in general, I don't know. I just don't like this company. But you can't ignore the facts. If this is inside the clouds, I love the ET setup on this one. So if the ET clouds can hold, beautiful. If not, you're going to go ahead and see this come back down to the $6 $5.50 level. We'll go ahead and look up Tilray. Ooh, repeated ones. Alright, alright. But they're doing quick plays. This $6 guy. He's buying in the money. Wow, $1.79 for something in the money? Wait, what is he buying at? A $6 strike that cost $1.79? Dime, you seeing this, dude? Yo, slaying order. Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub, dude. I gotta, like, fucking reward you guys. Alright, anybody who fucking did the sub today, I'm gonna have to, like, give you guys some crypto or something. I appreciate you guys. Dime, that's unacceptable. Yo, so, I got that, stupid card on Robinhood, Dime. That was that do their little, like, debit card thingy. I had signed up a couple months ago for shits and giggles, and it finally came in the mail. It's a plastic piece of shit. I thought it was gonna be a metal card. I was gonna be like, yeah, I can use my options money. But no, it's just a little debit card, plastic, not even that cool looking. Dime, that's for my OnlyFans. And those subs go for like 0.5 Bitcoin. I don't know, man. Durbit options. Let's look at something on here. Alright. Let's say I was going to do like a legitimate play on these Bitcoin options. Alright. I'm going to go and bet for... See, that's the thing, like, common sense would be like, yo, man, I want to go ahead and bet on these $7,000 puts. They've been leaking forever, so I'm hoping this is a bottom for these. Recent trades. No recent trades. Look at this, look at this. What the fuck is this? Alright, so, since I've traded options so much and I'm an order flow trader, I'm going through the order books, and one thing I've told people who know what they're looking at for the order books, anything that's underneath like a 5 Bitcoin size, I don't know who it is. I don't care who it is. They're poor, or they're the market maker, one or the other. So they're insignificant. So unless they're coming through where it's 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, seeing people go through with 0.1, 1 Bitcoin, 2.80 Bitcoin, like, that's not going to influence my trading decision whatsoever. Like, you're poor. That's not making any trade. Why would I buy options based on that guy? Now, to give a different example, since this is how these things work, apparently. Hold on. Where's the ones? Puts. Where's the open interest? Okay. What the fuck? So, 1,000 open interest. This is wild shit. Okay. Alright, so here we go. This is different. Now, this makes an impact to me. Now I'm looking at the order books over here, and now you're noticing 80, back-to-back 80 guy coming through on this one. So, I mean, these obviously aren't the right dates and timings for this one, but look at this. This guy bought in 2 contracts at 80, so unless he exited in some sort of scaling fashion, when did he buy? Mr. 80 bought on May 8th. May 8th around here, so he's in a little bit of money. So unless he probably exited around the 11th, if that was smart of him, unless he thinks this area is going to bounce through. So you have a little consolidation area over here around this 0.5 level. So if this 0.5 level goes and holds and it hits this 0.1, this guy at 80 that last week that bought down here at the exact fucking bottom, I mean, that's the kind of things I'm looking for when I'm looking at this order flow. That's how you're going to make money. Not when you're going to go ahead and trade something like... Where'd it go? Where'd you go? The boys, the poor boys, which can't afford more than 20 Bitcoin order size contracts, and there's only a couple mini fishes here with 10 Bitcoin. Like, that's nothing. So if you're looking at option strike, that's just some of the mindset that I look at when I'm looking at Bitcoin options is, hey, I'm looking at that open interest. Like, this really stuck out to me. Like, why is there this much open interest for some puts for 2,500? If you don't have any idea what you're doing, to bet underneath 2,500 thinking it's going to go in the money is just fucking nuts. Like, it's never going to happen. But to bet on the volatility of it, because the IV's at 132 and everything, and if it does end up popping down to, let's say, I don't know, you get an aggressive dump like this one down to 56, these will be in the money. Or not in the money, but they will definitely go ahead and make money. So I would say this guy's definitely going to hit that 0.1 mark if we ever do get that kind of aggressive dump out of there. So, just an example. Yo, you guys got more tickers? Okay, ICX and... Yeah, I can check that. Thank you for reminding me. I get sidetracked a lot. OKX. Yo, I want to take this deal with OKX, guys, but... Man, I like... commitment. Yeah, cool off period. What the hell? What kind of cool off period is this? Hella ripped and has still been cooling off and continues to cool off. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I mean, it is cooling off and getting to the end period, but there are things you got to be worried about. You're at a major level over here, so if this ends up breaking and not holding, I mean, you can slide this line down just a little bit further down to here, and after that point, you have lower areas down here. The one thing that I don't like about this is the fact that we ran up, and instead of us just aggressively dumping down, we've just been going sideways this whole time. So I'd rather play continuation of a confirmed trend rather than try to play something where, hey, I want to get in now and expect gains like next week. Like, no, that's not going to happen. And it lost the weekly 20 SMA as well. So, I mean, like I said, I'm a breakout trader. I like trading things that either I have a 50-50 shot or things that are already moving, which have only moved about 10-20%, where I can still ride out another 40-60%. So this just doesn't meet up for me unless we can start seeing some green or a flip on the 20 SMA. And you'll see that probably by June, I would say. You'll have a better, clear idea by the first week of June what you want to do. Yeah, I can check gold too, for you. Sturdy and reliable like their user base. Dime, are you talking about my nipples again? Yes, they are reliable and sturdy, but they're not being used. Dude, I don't know any single of these commands for straight lines or anything on here. I use too many charting things. Like I use TradingView, I use CoinTrader Pro, I use Go Charting, I use Trend Spider. So I have so many that I make my life really hard. So what does Shift do? What was the other one you said, Jabowski? Hold Shift with a line. All right, hold on. Oh. What is this? Oh, dude, that's easier. I don't have to, I can just go check the price then. Oh, line. Well, either way, that was a... Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Oh, okay. Oh, that does make it a lot easier because I'm always trying to like line up the dots over here. Yo, thank you for that little tip. Look, it doesn't matter where I go, it makes it straight. It makes it straight. It's like a okay. Neo, man, Neo. I think of my buddy who invested in Neo. He invested it at a really high price, and he had a really bad come up anyway. Like, so he invested in Neo. Alright, and I stress the word invested. He invested in Neo after losing, like, a lot of money to somebody else that he gave to do Forex trading for him. Which basically just took his money and ran away. And never really did Forex trades. But, yeah, that's where he came from. So I feel bad for him. Dude, this 20 SMA has been holding really strong on the USDT pair on Neo. Neo is also at a key point over here. I would say this is the major line over here. If we can get some sort of flip over here, and because I like how it's consolidating right over here. So if we can get this popping, we can definitely see this going. You'll have the ultimate test is going to be up here, because when you have the highs over here, which I highly doubt $12 is going to go without 12k Bitcoin. Like, most of these alts need 12k Bitcoin. They need it. 10k, 11k is not going to be enough for some of these old timers. It's going to be the new timers that are going to have fun. But anything old like Neo and like this ICX, ICX might be even a little bit too old. Like, they're going to have a little tough time, because look at this. You guys remember ants? This is ants, that ants pump. Okay, so it's still cooling off from an ants pump. And, I mean, there's not really much going on in Neo development, is there? They're just gonna end up like this, I hope not, but... DBC. Dude, they exit scammed. Shame. They're gone. Just like that. Link, yeah, I can check Link. Yo, do you guys have legacy tickers? I know there's some stonk fellas in here. Dude, that is a really good question, Pac-Man. And I'm glad you asked me that one, because then I can go ahead and get into that. Let me just look at Chainlink. I mean, that's the top that I have drawn out over there, so it's been having a little bit of struggle over here. That is also the point where it fucking just completely tanked. The way I would play Link is once Bitcoin has its dump it's supposed to have, or it has another support test that's actually major after a volatility period and comes back up for the recovery, that's when I'd be looking for Link. The USD value is going to increase anyway, so Link, I wouldn't mind being an investor, and that's the one thing with Link as well. Like, Link is a coin that I have a bag for from like a while ago. I have a bag that I recently bought, like sub $2 that I've been holding. So I don't mind holding on like Link and Tezos. Those are the two coins I don't mind with. So that's just a little thing on Link. But yeah, it has to really break over, either break over here, or if it ends up losing this wick over here, 350. But any kind of downside pressure over here, I'd be looking for buys at 290. I would love a buy at 250, but 290 and $3 is where I'm looking. Doesn't matter where it goes. If it starts coming down, that's where it's going to be going. I don't care what you say to me. But upside, there's upside potential, but only if it starts getting price action over here. And look, B-bands are tight, so who knows? Ace. Sorry, Dime. I get lost in these chats. I mean, lost in the charts. Oh, let me read what you're saying. Ship flattens lines. Yes. Hold on. What is he saying? Gold to 1800, but I heard that futures had tons of short activity. So gold. Let's pull up gold. Yeah. So that selling activity makes sense because look at this. You have this upper structure over here, which one candle is not going to just clear this upper structure. You're going to need more than just one candle up here for it to clear. And just by the way, like everything reacted on like other things as far as metals goes for as a whole, a lot of these things actually just gapped up and pumped up hard. So I would say that you're going to need some sort of pullback on it in general. Even over here, I mean, you do have continuation, but you really, really need the 1750 level to go. But yeah, I mean, none of the structure for being bullish is gone. 1800 is the top target over here, and once we can get things going for real, it'll be 2K. But yeah, I mean, that's the upside right now. There's nothing really lost. Even on the weekly, Ichi, everything is good. I think 1650 will be hard support, even if we do have a aggressive $100 dump. Oh, dude, I'm so deep in gold, like in so many different ways, it's not even funny. I'm gonna run and grab a water bottle. Alright, water bottle grabbed. Yo, you guys ever have this candy called Toffee? Shit is fire. It says a whole hazelnut dot caramel cream hazelnut dot chocolate. Okay, so Pac-Man, to answer your question. Sorry, I wanted to answer him. Pac-Man is asking, do you trust B-bands for high time frame top signals? So I use this stuff in conjunction with things. I don't use one indicator solely as just one signal. So let me see. I'm gonna give you an example on, like, Legacy is a good example. Hold on. Let me find you an example that's worth it. Yeah, here we go. No, this is not a good example. Alright, here's a good example. There we go. Alright, so one of the major things that I look at for B-bands is, one, I use that middle line for B-bands like it's my, like, second lifeline. So using that 20 SMA is done for me all the time. I use that in combination with my Tenkin and Kijin over here. If at any moment I'm seeing like support test on the weekly, or if I'm starting to see the 20 SMA curve on the B-bands, that's a huge thing for me. As far as high time frame top signals goes, so one thing I've learned to pick up on Ichi and B-bands is when you have a price extension on the outside, that's one of the biggest things that I look for. Hey, the B-band price is completely extended on the outside. 90% of the time, when the price extends so violently on the outside, it's followed by downward pressure. And before the downward pressure even begins and it starts topping out, you'll notice that, hey, on the 20 SMA on the middle of the B-bands, you're starting to see this shit hook. Like, you can notice it over here. Let me see if I can turn off candles real quick. Turn them off! How do you do it? Okay. Okay, so yeah, you could notice the B-band starting to curve. So that's one of the high time frame top signals that I look for. Is this starting to curve? Are we starting to see this structure lose? So once I'm starting to see, hey, is this starting to lose and it's starting to curve over here, that's where I'll use that in combination with my Ichi structure. Once I start seeing that curve, I'm looking over here, I'm like, oh shit, this is curving, and we're having the Kijin come down. And then I'm noticing, hey, this is completely curved, and now we've just done a bearish TK. That's pretty fucking bad. And whenever we're curving and we're doing a bearish TK at the top of a high time frame, that's when I'm like, hey, alright, now there's just too many bad things wrong. So it sounds like you understand. I hope you understand what I said. If not, let me know. I can explain it a little bit better. But that's basically how I use it. I use it in conjunction with my thing for price extensions, and then I'll look at how the curve on that 20 SMA is on the middle B bands, and I also look for price compression on there. So mostly for high time frame tops, it's just looking for the B band extension and those curves in conjunction with my Ichi clouds. You can also use it in conjunction with like stock RSI and stuff. So whenever you have that extension out of the B-bands, you can look at your stock, you can look at your regular RSI, and you can notice, hey, this shit is oversold as fuck, and we're outside of the extension over here. Like over here, it's a little different because you're not seeing the price extend over here, even though stock RSI is oversold. That's not going to do it. Now you have price extending all the way outside, and then you have stock RSI oversold, and you're having that curve, and you're having that EG structure lose, and you're having this span come down. So those are the kind of things that happen. So I would always say use it in conjunction with things because it doesn't always give you the signal right off the bat. The only thing that it gives you on high time frames as a top signal would be the price extension, but it doesn't always happen exactly. So that's why you got to zoom into those different time frames on here and look for that curve on this over here, like this curve over here, and then the price extensions over here. So it works out on different time frames, but yeah, man, I hope that helps. That's actually my secret sauce, which I don't really tell people because most of them don't understand what the fuck I just said, and they're like, "You're lying, man." They're like, "You can't trade. You're lying to me." I'm like, "All right, cool." All right, these candies are melting. I have to go put them in the freezer. I'm sorry. Damn, and I left my phone downstairs, and people have been just blowing me up. I don't even want to look at my phone. I have so many missed texts. Alright. Yo, man, those chocolates are important. Like, I can't eat, almond joys, whatever. I can't eat those unless they're, like, cold. And, like, these chocolates have been sitting on top of my computer, so they were, like, the caramel was melting, my finger got, like, all brown. Wasn't good. Cable. Cable, boys. Here we go. Where's the cable? Probably gonna fuck this up. And don't you guys tell Goo about this one. But I think this one's cable. Damn. This just is ugly. What the fuck am I gonna trade on this? I mean, it looks like a bottom, but it has a way to go. Euro USD is hard pass for me. And the reason I'm saying a hard pass is because when I'm looking at, like, first of all, I'm looking at this macro structure, and, like, this would have been the only fun period to play it. Now it's like, alright, I don't see anything on the daily. I'm going to the 4 hour. Alright, I don't see shit there. That's good enough. Don't see shit there. 15 minutes. Alright, it's starting to look a little better. I just might as well go to the 1 minute chart where it's actually fun and good to trade with. So, yeah, that's a pass. AUD now. That's looking a little nuts. Yeah, I would play AUD. I wouldn't play EU. USD JPY. Yeah, another one I wouldn't play. Missed the point for that one. Yeah, that's my Forex rant. CAD USD, I can check it. I have no Forex followers, so I do not check that. Alright, CAD could possibly do some work. Same thing, if it gets into the clouds, I would love a pump on CAD. Yeah. Came off the bottom over here. CAD is looking kind of ugly. Maybe again. Maybe I'll try again. Maybe if it comes down over here. Yeah, I'll look for maybe a bounce over here, or a pop over here. One or the other. Either a bounce here or play over here. Not a Forex guy unless I'm like 1 minuting it and I'm trading with Goo, and that's when it's really fun. AGI just keeps making new lows. The problem with this one was this happened coronavirus and it kind of wrecked it. Those guys can't really code anything if they're dying. Vet. My man Hector, dude. He is the state god. Dude, there's still people exist in this world that stake coins. This looks like ZRX, by the way, if anybody is asking. Look at this. What did ZRX do? It broke out? What's Vet gonna do? Just guess what Vet is gonna do. Okay, it's eventually gonna break out. It will break out. RLC. I had high hopes for this one, but it once again got wrecked in February. And look at this. I'm gonna show you guys something. Hold on. Predictions. Latest. Alright. I had tweeted this back in February, and people got so upset. They were like, yo, man, your targets are stupid, man. They should be a lot higher. And I was being so conservative. I mean, I put a $100 price target on fucking Litecoin. That's all I did. I was just being kind. And I even gave ZRX a 60-cent target. So I don't even think any of these possibly hit. That just shows you that's why I absolutely despise. Wait, this one did hit? Let's fucking go! Almost, look, one of them hit. ZRX almost hit 60 cents. We had 57, 56 come through. Zill. What's Zill gonna do here? Zill USD. Binance. 0.01. Did we hit target? 0.01. We fucking hit target. Zill's one of my big bags too. That's second from ZRX. So this has been a cost averaging situation for like, because I made big mistakes back in 2017 and 18. So I'm a community member. But yeah, look at that. Target hit on this one. What else do we got? RLC. It just showed you that one. That one did not totally destroyed. Most interested my ass. $17. I think we just did Neo. Told you guys my problem with Neo. Really needs to clear this area. It's not going to hit anything. But then again, who's messaging me now? You know, this girl is so insistent that she's going to be eligible for unemployment. First of all, I'm just telling this girl, I'm like, yo, just get a fucking job. I'm like, it'll be easier. But she thinks she's eligible for unemployment, and her situation is this. So she got a job for like 3 days at Ulta, okay? And then they let her go. So she thinks she's gonna get unemployment for that. I'm like, what the fuck? You worked for 3 days. What the fuck would they give you unemployment for? So she thinks that's gonna happen. And then, not only that, she thinks she worked another job, which she thinks she's gonna get unemployment for, which it was like a quitting type situation. So it's just like, yo, what is going on in your brain? What, man? Yeah, or no, that's the thing. The go back to school part is what gets me. It's like, she has a bachelor's degree, so she's obviously not retarded. So she's smart. It's just, I don't know where the disconnect is here. It's like, man. I mean, I do know where it is, but it's just like, man. Girlfriend number 1 is way better than girlfriend number 3. Alright, BCH, I was looking for them to do some disrespect shit over here. This is the range for BCH, so you can honestly play it really easily. Break out of the range, you stop yourself out. You play long the bottom range, short the top range. So that's why I'm thinking that BCH is probably going to disrespect people. This one brings back chilling memories too. I remember I was out to dinner, and I tried to play this wick over here on BCH. Got in down here, and traded it a couple times, then got in down over here, and that shit dumped, man. And it was just terrible, man. That was my first time I was like really hardcore trading. And I was like, I can't be trading brand new listings while I'm out for dinner on my phone. Yeah, that was bad news bears. So what else, man? What do you guys got? Alta stock. You brought up the stock value, sir. But the thing is with unemployment is, I found out the other day that if you're doing unemployment, the government is giving you $600 on top of your unemployment. So it's just like, so if you worked a shitty job and they were giving you shitty unemployment and you managed to qualify for it, now you're getting a bonus of $600 on top of that for absolutely no fucking reason. So it's just, I'm like, wow, man, you guys are just, what's going on? You guys are just giving money out. I mean, it's all cool, fun and games right now. Like, I mean, I know families that are getting like stimulus checks and shit, and they're just like going nuts. I'm not excited because I'm not really getting one, but that's beyond the point. But still, it's just like, man, I know people that are getting them, and they're like, yeah, man, we're gonna get another stimulus check. And like, I know people with 3 kids and families and stuff, and like, if they get another check, some of them are gonna be getting 10 grand I'm like, wow, you're gonna be getting 10 grand from the government? Who would have fucking thought? What day was that? Like, people should have zero complaints after this about the government supporting them. I mean, maybe they aren't really small business and shit. They're getting fucked. But, I mean, for the ones who are trying to manipulate their way in the system through, like, illegitimate means, like, man, those guys are winning. The real people are losing, but... yeah, dude, like... It's like, man, if you didn't get fired, or if you didn't quit or leave for, like, some sort of, like, medical situation, and you just left because it was just, like, shit wasn't just meeting up and they just weren't accommodating you, like, ah, man, it's just, people lack common sense, and that's what gets me. It's like, I don't care how retarded you are, I don't care if you fucking never went to school, whatever it is, if you lack common sense, that's what gets me the most. It's like, oh, man, from all your mistakes you've made, you didn't learn a single fucking thing. Like, I've made shitload of mistakes in my life, and I've learned from every single one of them. And I made sure, like, hey, once I make a mistake, I better not do it again, or I'm retarded. It's very easy. It's my fault if I do it again. So, I stopped doing that. Alright, let's see. Oh, man, I pushed this shit way longer than I was supposed to. I mean, I guess I don't really have anything to do, so I'll just keep hanging out with you guys for a little bit longer. I will test this devil's lettuce out real quick. It's a nutritious thing. It's the diet. My friends that come over to my house, they're fucking lighter thieves. Do you guys have friends like that? I don't smoke cigarettes, but they just come through, they steal my lighter, and they just walk away with it. Uber versus Lyft. Let's pull up the Uber chart. I mean, so just in general with, like, Uber versus, like, taxis, I mean, taxis really got to step up their game versus Uber. I mean, I guess the convenience is easy where you can just whistle for a taxi, but how many more years in the future are taxi services going to last like that have those tickers and shit like that? Unless it ends up being cheaper, then, I mean, it makes sense. But, I mean, taxis seem more efficient in areas that are, like, cities, like New York and stuff like that. So, I guess if they're making money, that's cool. But, I mean, how much longer are they going to make money for? Like, this is the trend, is these weird services like Uber and Lyft. Alright, it worked. I really want to check order flow, man. That's what I like really focus on so much. I love focusing on order flow. That's like my most favorite thing to do. I mean, I know I don't get the plays with everybody sometimes, like, and I see other people get their gains, and I mean, now at this point I'm numb to it, to where I see other people get gains. I'm like, I mean, some of them, yeah. Because, like, the only reason I ever get salty for somebody else getting gains is because I've had that same idea. It's just they had the balls to execute and I didn't. And it's mostly emotional or just something stupid. So, yeah. So what I'm doing right now is I'm looking for the order flow for what's been going on. Actually, let me bump this back into April. So I like checking data every so often in major turning points of, like, my own options career. Like, when I say options career, like, I started, like, about a year or two ago on options, and the first year was difficult as fuck because it was just a learning curve. It was great the first couple weeks because I was like, yeah, man, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I'm making a lot of money. So, it was really cool, but then I learned the hard way when things started going, because there's a cycle in Legacy. So, once the cycle started hitting is when I started losing money, so it took me a whole year to actually pick up the cycle, which is what I try to stress to people. All the time. I'm like, yo, you guys gotta pay attention to this cycle, because I lost money because of not paying attention to this cycle. This year, everything that I learned last year that was supposed to happen fundamentally is not working out this year. So obviously that's a lie. So that's, I don't know if that's situational with the virus or that's because of Trump, but any of the fundamental factors which would have dumped things last year are not working this year. But the whole set with that was basically, I'm supposed to be longing anything in December, at the end of December, into January, all the way into February. Is basically, I'm supposed to have, like, a bullish bias. When it comes into February, that's where I'm supposed to basically start looking at a bias for flipping or at least exiting my longs. And March, I'm basically supposed to, I don't know, a little bit of a neutral action into May, because you got to keep in mind, May is the whole thing where sell in May and go away, and then come back in June and fucking rip things. So that's where the point I'm at right now. We're in the sell in May and go away phase in my brain. Maybe the price action's not meeting up to that, but that's what happened last year, and that's what a lot of the pro players told me that they do. So I rather listen to that rather than the stupid fucking nonsense that's going on in the market. So I'm gonna play it the way I learned it. So the sell in May and go away habit is still in my brain. That's why I haven't been taking such aggressive plays like everybody else. And I also have a lot more to lose than somebody else, because I built up my options account. So I'm not trying to lose my money I built up over a year. Like, fuck that. I risk a lot more now because I made a lot more. But I mean, I always have my accounts, which I use a small account. I tell this to everybody. I'm like, yo, because people's first thing is they're like, yo, how much do you trade with options? I'm like, it doesn't fucking matter. Sometimes I trade with a $10,000 account. Sometimes I trade with $250. The $250 account is what I do a lot, because bi-weekly I gotta pay a car bill. So my car bill's $400. I love tossing just $250 every time I get my normal check and seeing what I can do with it. Just about a month ago I did that. I did my normal $250 stunt that I do. It's either I win or lose, and I put it in there, and I ended up with $3,500 in like 2 or 3 weeks. I was like, shit, this is great. Put that down towards my car. Like, I'm Gucci right now. Like, I don't even have to pay my car bill if I don't. But then I have another portfolio where I'm building positions, which I've been building a gold position for like the longest time. And most of my profits went to this EEM short that I lost a shitload of fucking money on. Really salty about that EEM play. I shouldn't have, like, that's the biggest rule I could say in options. If you see a leaking position or a position that's not moving, get the fuck out. Like, seriously, just get out and restart, because you can find something else. It's worse to get out while things are lagging and other things are moving, rather than to wait and be stubborn with your position. I mean, there are times to be stubborn, but when you know and you're looking for things to support your bias, that's when you know, like, you gotta stop. I'm not that old, so I don't really say my age on here, but I'm not old. But I'm not like 21 either. Most people say I sound young. Yeah, early 20s. Or mid 20s, whatever you'd want to call that. So right now at my level I am with my options trading, I just buy straight up calls or straight up puts. I know you can sell puts and sell calls, but I've never done that, honestly, so I don't know. The only other thing I've been advised by my friends who are really good at options, they've told me to look into butterflies and spreads. But I know there's more risk involved with those credit spreads and debit spreads, where I just don't want to end up owing anybody money. I would look into other options trading if I wasn't trading crypto at the same time. So if I didn't have another, like, I'm trying to think of a smart word to say, another asset class to trade, yeah, then I would definitely go ahead and probably trade those seller puts and shit. The selling part of it, the covered parts. But I've never honestly gotten any kind of experience. My whole experience I picked up from options was because, I don't know, I kind of just threw myself into options. I saw somebody mention something about options, and I was like, when I first started crypto, somebody was telling me that they used to trade options, but they couldn't handle it because it was just nuts. So I was like, well, I've done crypto for so long, and I know nuts, because what else could be more nuts than crypto? And, well enough, like, shit, options are like 60 million levels ahead of crypto. Like, I don't care what anybody says. They have never done, if they don't say that, they've never really done options to realize that they're way more scammy, way more manipulative, and way more profitable than crypto can ever fucking be. Crypto is just, I mean, crypto has its own perks for that 24/7. That life is great. This stream has turned into a podcast, and yo, I really, really appreciate all you guys that have been here steady. Like, see, this is the kind of thing where, like, I would want to do something. Rookie XBT's. I mean, I can't. I hate that I'm doing this, but it's worth it. Rookie XBT does this thing on his Twitter where he has like a pot of trading that he does, and you can earn a certain revenue of his shit. I mean, obviously it's like a ref link type catch offer, but obviously if you're good at what you're doing and you're doing that, that's the kind of thing that I would want to do for my viewers. I wouldn't mind doing like a live trading thing where like I do a live trade and you guys all watch me do the live trade. If I do good, then my viewers get paid, and the ones who've been in the stream for most of the time, I want them to make the money that I did, because hey, viewership benefits me. And I mean, if I want to make money later on in this game, that's how I want to do it. Because I mean, more I see people get promotions from other companies and stuff, more it makes me want to do it. Like, why wouldn't I want to trade for free with extra money? Like, I have a job, like, I've been to school, but it'd be even nicer to have my 10K followers, like, provide some sort of extra income. I just choose not to do it because most of the stuff that gets approached to me, they want me to shill ref links, which I wouldn't mind, but I'm not going to shill a ref link for a product I'm not going to use. If you can give me a product I'm going to use, like, hell yeah, I'll fucking do it. Like, that's why I'm sponsored by fucking Cheddarflow, is because I use their product daily, and I really, really enjoy their product, and I started off early with them, and we developed a relationship, and they trusted me, and I trusted them, and that turned out to be an awesome thing. I've made so much money because of that. They are giving out that shit just left and right, but, I mean, you're also selling your soul for certain ones, and that's what I'm trying to avoid here. Can't be selling my soul for these sponsorships. I do fine with trading, so... wrapping it up with just a little bit of an update on Bitcoin. Just going to give you guys my schedule. We will be live again tomorrow. I promised Lord Chicken I would be on a little bit early, so we will go ahead and aim for 7 o'clock tomorrow, Eastern time. If you guys want to go ahead and join tomorrow, we'll go ahead and do it on Twitch. You'll see it on Restream. It'll be on YouTube. If you guys have questions, ask me in my DMs or just tag me on Twitter and at me, and that way I know, hey, you sent me a message. But Bitcoin's doing nice. I mean, if it can pop over here, we'll see this 9.7 level hit. No, what's wall mine? This thing? Okay. Okay. Alright, well then I'll give you something useful that I use. This is one of my favorite things in Legacy that I've found that is just super phenomenal. It's free. You can't beat that one. And it gives you so much data. Coifin.com gives me so much information. Like, the thing that I really, really like about it is when I trade an ETF. So, like, when I want to go trade IWM, initially when I started, I didn't realize that ETFs were things that are a combination of multiple other things. So this breaks down all the holdings according to the weight of how much that ETF is actually holding. So, as you can notice over here on IWM, let me go back here this way. IWM is the ticker. This is what this is weighted off of, is all these tickers over here. And that's being the highest. So if you didn't want to directly trade the ETF, because some people don't like trading ETFs, they don't like the gaps, they don't like just how it works. You can just go ahead and trade TDOC directly. And the thing is like the tickers inside the ETFs have their own little price action. Like TDOC has their own little nut shit it's been doing. Like, that explains why IWM's been going up if you have more than one going. I mean, the holding's a little small. It's only 83%. I guess that's kind of big. But that's equivalent to like 2 of these suckers doing good. So if they're all doing good, let's see, 3-month returns. Yeah, stellar returns on the top 5. Like, that's great. Year to date, stellar. Just great. I mean, lower ones would probably look like shit stuff. I don't know what they're doing there, but... What's the best bot? I don't know. I don't use bots. I've never used bots. The bots that I do trust and I would ever use, my friends don't shill them, and they're private bots. So it's kind of fucked. A bot is just basically your own strategy or somebody else's strategy playing out automatically for you. So I would say it's probably better to learn PrimeScript or something and build your own, or at least get one of those things that are like those automatic ones. But yeah, I'm not much of a bot trader just because I don't know. The only thing, I guess, if I was forced to pick an answer would be is there are those websites that do like those algo things where you can use somebody else's algo to do something. I guess that's like the closest thing to something I would do as a bot. But I'm more of a guy that would want to do, I don't know. I've been always looking for this one thing in particularly. I would want an arbing bot. I really want an arbing bot. Or I want a bot where like, I don't know, I put in like 50K or something like that, and it just runs like, I don't know, 100 trades a day or so many trades a day, but in my favor, obviously, like that market maker taker fee shit. I would love to run one that only runs like 1 or 2% for so many trades a day. Like, that's my real goal. Like, I would love to do that, but I know that's going to be really hard to do, and I need more education on that shit. But fundamentally, I mean, I did have high of the world hopes for this project, Decentraland, until I played it. When I played it, it was like totally not what I expected. I had felt seasick every time I played it, and it wasn't even VR. It was just on my computer. I was literally dying and like fucking, oh man, it was horrible. It was just not what I expected at all. So maybe later down in the line when the world does go into like VR mode and somebody else buys out mana, then, and it's actually user friendly, then I think it could probably, I still will give it the upper hand on that one. The only other two things that I really would have long-term value would be is, I don't care what price Link is at, there's enough people I know who are smart and that aren't even in crypto. That only coin they ever bring up to me is fucking Link. I don't even know why they do that. They've been bringing up Link to me for like 2 years now, and I've been laughing at them because they're like not even traders, and it's been just going up. So Link is one I have to default be bullish by, and the other one I have to be bullish default is on Tezos. I mean, there's just was such struggle history on Tezos where with those holders and the way the whole ICO went and just so much. So to have Tezos priced underneath $1 is just like a steal. And the fact that Coinbase, that's the only thing Coinbase is good for, how easy it is to stake on Coinbase Tezos. So Tezos XTZ, and then that last one. And obviously by force, because I have no choice because I have a really big bag, is ZRX, which governance protocol, I don't know how that's gonna help us in the future, but one can dream. Zill would be the last one. Don't know what Zill does. I don't know. But I'm gonna hope that somebody buys this thinking this is Zilquilla or Zillow Houses or something. But I really don't know about Zill. I don't know what it does, but this is my second biggest bag by default. Aside from Sia Coin, which I have, which I buy every so often because I like to lose money. So I literally put in money into Sia Coin just so I can see me lose the money I put in. So like every so often I'll put in like a couple $100 from like good trades and stuff, and I'll put it into Sia Coin just so I can experience a red day. Because every time I put money into it, I lose money. So I'll lose my money, and then I'll take it off the exchange, and then I'll put it into a wallet, and then it'll go away and never be seen again. So I have a lot of Sia Coin. If Sia Coin ever hits $1, dude, I'll be able to buy an island. Like, Sia Coin's worth like nothing right now. It's 22 cents. That's like, I have so much Sia Coin. But yeah, that's what I got. What else do you guys got for me? I mean, when I look at this right over here, I don't like the daily, but I like the support test on it on the weekly. Next week is what matters. Like this whole next week, we need to stay bullish. Like I would say, we absolutely need to stay over 9K next week, all week long. We cannot go under. We cannot test it. We need to stay over. Then I'm bullish. But if we can't do that, then I mean, these levels are gonna hold, and my short's gonna pay out. I'm in. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you guys. Remember, join me tomorrow. Give me a follow on Twitter. If you guys have questions, DM me. If you guys have stream suggestions, let me know. The people who subscribed, yo, you guys are fucking MVPs, and I will catch you guys tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you, everybody, for joining. See ya.